What a time to be a Philadelphia Eagles fan. The sky over Philly is glowing greener than ever, and the heartbeat of this city pounds to the rhythm of an era already defined by the brilliance of one man, Howie Roseman. He doesn't just manage, he orchestrates. He doesn't just lead, he transforms. While other franchises are still trying to figure out their direction, the Eagles have already set their course for glory, and at the helm of this journey is the master of maneuvers, the architect of midnight green dreams. The question hanging in the air is, what grade would you give him so far? Because as far as I'm concerned, he gets a perfect 1,000, with honors, and maybe a ring on that finger soon. Who knows? This city is buzzing. The energy is real. I haven't felt this fired up in decades, and many around here are already whispering with confidence, we're going to win another Super Bowl. And you know what? I believe it too. But before we get swept away by all the incredible possibilities the future holds, let's dive into the first big news of the day. 2024 was nothing short of magical for Saquon Barkley, and quite frankly, historic for the Philadelphia Eagles. Barkley didn't just show up. He exploded onto the scene and delivered a season for the ages. He led the entire NFL in rushing yards, piling up a staggering 2,005 on the ground. He set the Eagles franchise record for rushing yards in a single season during Week 13 and then took it a step further. When you combine regular season and playoffs, Barkley now holds the NFL record for most rushing yards in a single season. You read that right. No one, not even the legends, have done what Saquon did last year. He was a walking highlight reel. Every single time he touched the ball, fans held their breath. 6 touchdowns of 60-plus yards, another NFL record. Those weren't just stats. They were game changers, momentum shifters, the type of plays that leave your jaw on the floor. And he did all of that while appearing in 20 games, 16 in the regular season and 4 more in the playoffs, including the wild card, divisional round, NFC championship, and the Super Bowl. 14 of those 20 games, he rushed for over 100 yards. That level of consistency, power, and explosiveness is almost unheard of at the NFL level. Let's not forget his playoff performances. Over 100 yards in 3 of 4 postseason games. That includes the show-stopping performance against the New Orleans Saints, highlighted by a backwards hurdle and a game-saving long run that nearly defined the entire Eagles postseason. You can list dozens of legendary plays from that season, and most of them involve number 26 in midnight green. But here's the twist in the story, and Eagles Nation, it's one we all have to watch closely. With that insane workload comes risk. Barkley racked up 345 touches in 2024. That's 50 more than his previous career high with the Giants in 2022. He turned 28 on the day of Super Bowl 59 against the Kansas City Chiefs, and he'll be 29 by the time we're into the playoffs next year. You don't need to be an NFL scout to know how fast the decline can hit running backs. We've seen it time and time again. One year they're elite, the next they're done. Barkley's injury history with the Giants only adds to the concern. But this offseason, it's different. It's calculated. It's strategic. Saquon and the Eagles pulled out every stop to make sure he's not just ready for 2025, but thriving. ESPN's Tim McManus revealed that Barkley has taken a totally new approach to his offseason regimen. Gone are the days of trying to match Derrick Henry's hill sprints or Christian McCaffrey's grind videos on social media. This year, it's all about balance, precision, and longevity. Saquon's listening to his body and to a select group of trusted voices, Eagles coaching staff, respected mentors, and even Hall of Fame legends like Marshall Faulk and Jaron James. Their advice was clear: train smarter, not harder. Let the body heal. Focus on mobility, conditioning, and regeneration. And Barkley, he says he feels amazing. In his words, I feel great. Even more, he believes he's just entering the prime of his career. Let that sink in. If what we saw last season wasn't his peak, and Saquon is truly about to hit another level, we may be talking about a player redefining what the position means in today's game. And he's not hiding his goals either. Barkley's chasing greatness. He said it during spring practices. I want to be the best running back to ever play. That's not just ambition, it's a mission. And it's a mission backed by performance, numbers, leadership, and now, smart recovery. Now let's talk about why this offseason strategy matters beyond just Barkley's own future. The Eagles invested big, historically big. Saquon signed a record-breaking extension, making him the highest-paid running back in NFL history. The franchise is clearly all in. That means the stakes are sky high. If Saquon goes down or loses a step, this offense changes dramatically. Without him, the Eagles' ability to dominate the ground, open up the play action, and control the clock, gone. A Saquon-less Eagles offense? That's not the same Super Bowl caliber unit. But if this new approach works, if Saquon can stay healthy, the Eagles' Super Bowl window isn't just cracked open, it's blown wide open. He doesn't need to break records again in 2025. He just needs to be consistent, productive, and most importantly, available. Because when he's on the field, he changes everything. He's not just a top-tier back. He's one of one. There's no one in the league quite like him. So the big question heading into 2025 isn't just can Saquon repeat his numbers? It's, will this carefully crafted offseason strategy really work? Can it extend his prime and help him become that generational talent he believes he can be? What do you think, Eagles fans? Is Saquon Barkley on track to cement his legacy in midnight green and bring another Lombardi to Broad Street? Let me know in the comments. Let's take a deeper look at what this all means moving forward. Because make no mistake, the Eagles are betting on more than just Barkley's talent. They're betting on his body holding up, his mental approach maturing, and this organization's ability to manage a generational weapon correctly. This is where it gets strategic. Nick Sirianni and running backs coach Geno Singleton weren't just offering casual advice. This is a fully integrated plan. The Eagles are modifying training protocols, planning his touches differently, and reportedly even adjusting their offensive installation around maximizing Barkley's efficiency without burning him out. The goal? Preserve his explosiveness through 18 weeks and into the postseason without seeing that dreaded late-season dip we've seen from other elite backs. In previous seasons, Barkley would push himself hard in the weeks leading into camp, trying to arrive in peak form by day one. But this time, it's all about pacing. He's spacing out his efforts. Training camp will now be used as a build-up phase instead of an all-in sprint from the get-go. The Eagles understand the science. Recovery equals longevity, especially when you're talking about a 28-year-old workhorse coming off 345 touches and a physical postseason run. And let's be honest, Saquon isn't just another guy in this offense. He's the engine. Without him breaking off chunk plays, creating mismatches, and setting the tone physically, the whole dynamic changes. Defenses won't stack the box the same way, which hurts the passing game. The play action won't bite the same. Drives get longer, harder. Momentum shifts are harder to create. So this isn't just about protecting Saquon, it's about keeping the entire machine running at elite speed. Let's also not overlook the mental transformation happening here. Barkley's always been a competitor, but this new version, it's a wiser, more calculated leader who understands that dominance in the NFL isn't just about being the fastest or strongest, it's about being the smartest. And surrounding himself with legends like Falk and Jaron James, that's next level preparation. He's learning from players who extended their primes and stayed relevant long after many thought their time was up. He's made it clear he wants a gold jacket when it's all said and done. And here's the hard truth. If Saquon's career ended today, as great as he's been, he's not a Hall of Famer. The injuries in New York, the years of wasted potential on losing teams, it would leave his resume short. But if he can replicate even 80% of his 2024 form for the next 2 or 3 seasons, that conversation changes fast. Just imagine, 2 more playoff runs, 2 more Pro Bowls, another All-Pro selection. That's the difference between being remembered as an exciting talent and being remembered as one of the best to ever lace them up in the backfield. And here's something I want Eagles fans to really think about. How rare this opportunity is. How often do you get a back with this kind of generational talent on